Yeah, one of your favourites there, Roy. Now, what does that take you back to? Memories when you had hair like me? When we used to be able...
I lost my hair at a very young age, Matt, but there we go.
Yeah.
That's,
do you miss it?
No. But like you, I've had this moustache for a long while.
Oh, yeah. Well, when it was dark and not grey. Right, just a quick one. Looking at what's your vision now for the town over the next 5 to 10 years? And also, we'll drop in a little bit what you've asked me to do when that song was on about the Manor Leisure Centre.
Well, I think beside the Skullgate Centre, for charities and groups, as most listeners and most people in Woodsey know, the Manor Leisure Centre is under review for being developed, okay, and this has been ongoing for about 2 years now. There's been lots of consultations. The money's been allocated within Fenland's budget. Recently, the builder went bust, okay, but Fenland's umbrella company that they're using found another builder. So let's fast forward to where we are today and my concerns and worries about it. Okay? So originally there was £18.7 million allocated for the redevelopment of the Manor Centre, and to be fair with Fenland, Phil Hughes, the director, they have changed a lot within that footprint. Our wonderful rifle club, okay, they're going to be upgraded. The swimming pool itself, the changing facilities, they have taken into account the village changing area, which is the wrong name for it. But anyway, there will be private cubicles for male and female, okay? There's lots of good disabled facilities. So now we are today, the next stage will be planning. That will come to the planning committee at Fenland District Council. Now, I am Roy Gerstner, and I am the only Whittlesea representative on Fenland's planning committee. They make the decision. So I've got to be very careful that I'm not predetermined, okay, which I'm not, but the answer to that is there any reason why it shouldn't get planning permission, okay? So, 18 point. My worry is that 18.7 million pound, that figure was from 2 years ago with the 10%.
Oh, yeah.
10%. So the new builder comes now and he says, I'm sorry, I can't build that for that money now. It's going to cost £25 million. That's just a number I've come out of the air.
Yeah, all right.
So the cabinet then, who make a decision at Fenland, I'm not on the cabinet, say, hey, we got to borrow £23 million or £20 million, whatever it is, and that's too much. And the cabinet make the recommendation to the full Fenland District Council, that's all councillors over Fenland, as to whether that project will go ahead. So just say that in July or August, it gets planning permission. It then goes to the cabinet, and that by that time they'll have the latest costings on it.
Okay, so could that go on for another couple of years?
I certainly hope not, because we've already spoken about government reorganisation come next May. So, again, we don't know until July.
Could it get to the stage where it's so much into the stages that they flatten it and it stays flat? Or could it get into the stage where once it goes down, it goes straight up, rebuilt?
I didn't quite get the meaning of the question.
Well, if they went in now and they said, right, we're going to do this and do it, they could in theory knock the manor down now.
The main building, yes.
Yeah, they could knock the manor down now. And we could wait 2 or 3 years before anything's done?
No. The plan is the manor centre, the big building, gets knocked down last. So what will happen is planning. If everything went to plan, money, budget, gets approved by Cabinet, gets approved by Fenland District Council, hopefully by, let's just say, October, November. Okay, the builders will be there. The new builders will be there. And what they'll do is they'll screen off the swimming pool area. The swimming pool will close. Okay, that'll be finished. They'll move all the gym equipment to the main building. Okay, and whilst the building work is going on, the main building will be used for the gyms and dancing and that sort of thing. Towards the end of the swimming pool footprint upgrade, then the Manor Centre will be last to be knocked down.
Okay. So
But
we're looking at a couple more years yet. I
Well,
should say so, yeah.
If we know that things don't go to plan. Normally, okay?
So would you say would be fair in looking, say, the Manor building be there 18 months still?
A good 18 months.
18 months to 2 years.
But I've got another little bit of information for you. Our swimming pool was opened on the 1st of May, 1966.
Yep.
And who was the first member of the public to be officially in that swimming pool?
I haven't got a clue.
Me.
Oh,
Now,
giving yourself self-importance again.
So,
hang on, let me on, Roy Gerstner. Come on, the
that's
Milky
why I
Brothers are on
wouldn't
me.
have first.
Good on you.
However, Matt, some of my schoolmates had jumped over the wall the night before. And went for a swim.
Fair comment.
And
Jim.
Reverend Quinion, I don't think.
I wouldn't remember him.
So Reverend Quinion, he was the official man that went in. But I've got a lovely black and white picture of me there.
That's
and on the
good,
1st of May 2016, 50 years later, I was first in the swimming pool.
Good on you.
But
Good
I
on you.
missed this year.
Don't worry. Right, we got 10 minutes to go, so I've got a couple of questions to end up with, but I've got 10 quick-fire questions. Now, I got these out of a book from, it's down here somewhere. I got it at the charity shop, and it assesses people. I ain't going to tell you what the outcome is, but it's just 10 quick-fire.
Do I score a thing at the end?
I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't tell you. It's not fair for people to come back at you and have a go.
All right.
So then, if we were to say, success or happiness?
Happiness.
Risk or security?
Security.
Hard work or talent?
Hard work.
Money or passion?
Money.
Plan or improvise?
Plan.
Compete or cooperate?
Cooperate.
Win or learn?
Learn.
Honesty or kindness?
Kindness.
Oh, you all go about a bit there. Justice or mercy?
Justice.
And your last one, respect or popularity?
Respect.
Okay. I'll work out what you scored. It's not bad, actually. You've done quite well. Right, who inspired you to become a councillor in the first place?
Nobody. What happened was, in 2011, I lived off Ramsey Road. We hadn't had an election for, I think, 2 elections. I can't remember now. And there was nobody standing. Okay, so I thought, well, I'd come into some sort of retirement then. I was known as my community activist, not anarchist. I was involved. Yeah. I did prison visiting, voluntary. I did custodial.
I thought they were going to say you went.
No, I did custodial visiting.
Yeah.
After I retired,
yeah.
And I became part of Street Pride. I started to do work in the community.
Yeah.
Okay, and I realised that I had hopefully something to offer.
Yeah.
Okay, and as I've learned, might have something to make a difference, which has been very, very hard indeed. But anyway, so I decided to stand, and it's a little funny story to this. I was friends with some of the Conservative grouping. I'm friends with everybody. I like, no matter what flavour you are.
People friends with you?
I don't know. But I like to think I can get on with everybody, okay?
Yeah,
irrespective of your mainstream political, okay?
Yeah.
But I don't believe in politics at local level, so I stood with him. But in actual fact, I said to one of the Conservative councillors, senior man at the time, I said, when will I be invited to join the Conservative Party? He said, you won't. He said, you'll have to make the application. So I said, well, if I'm not invited, I won't make the application. So I stood as an independent. That's how I became.
But you would have gone with the Tories, yeah?
If they'd invited me at that time, okay, probably, yeah.
So your views of the local Conservative councillors are not very high nowadays. Is that what you're saying?
No, I respect that. Wait a minute. Views and respect are 2 different things. I respect everybody.
Well, as I said, respect on that question.
Yeah. So I respect everybody. My views on some councillors, yes, some of it can be quite toxic.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that word.
Yes,
and they may have, all fairness to them, the same views about me. I don't care.
No.
I'm accountable.
Yeah.
And so are they.
So your last question in here, before we play a couple of your tracks. What's the one thing about your job, that would surprise most people?
Yeah.
What would that be?
It's my involvement with the Saxon residents of my ward. I've received 2,934 emails about the Saxon pit and its surrounding areas. 2,930, incredible amount.
Over what period of time?
Since 2018.
2018, so you're talking 8 years.
But there's still a lot of emails, a lot of emails. Isn't it?
So that don't preach the council very good, does it really? Because 8 years it's took, and you've had all them emails.
Yeah.
And I know with the Saxon Gate and things that are going on, nothing really moves, does it?
It has moved extremely slowly, but there has been success. But I'll put a caveat on this. I'm here to support all the residents and businesses. And the issue with businesses, well, I'm not going to point out Saxon on its own, okay? In general, in planning terms, is that in planning, quite a lot of conditions are placed on developers, on applicants that make planning applications, whether it be at county level or at town level or at district level. It's the fact that for people's and public's protection, those conditions are put in place. And in many cases, those conditions are not adhered to. And that is the challenge, okay? Now, at Fenland Council, for example, we have some enforcement officers on planning. I think they've got 400 live complaints they're dealing with, 2 guys. So, it all has to be managed, and that's the problem. I've felt for the Saxon residents, and I've supported them. However, it got a waste licence, it's got all the permits in place, okay? It's a matter of being able to substantiate the conditions. Now, you may not be aware, but one of the companies working down there applied to more than double the amount of material that they're processing. And that failed at County Council earlier this year. And I'm happy to say that I sponsored the bus that went down there and took residents. I had no problem with that. Like I said, they could see it because I wasn't here myself. So I did that instead. And I watched it live on stream, okay? Now, that applicant for that can appeal, many things. Like the Skullgate Club, the County Council can appeal that decision. So we have to wait for that. But that's been one of the biggest challenges.
Well done.
But that's a County Council level.
Yeah, but it's still 8 years, isn't it? That's the thing. People don't see that. They see 8 years.
Yes, I agree entirely. But the Environment Agency that is overseeing some of this has taken 8 years.
Yeah. Do you think them owners of them businesses down there are paying for a free car wash so everybody get the cars washed?
Listen, I agree entirely. When I used to work on product carriers in going back to along the coast, if we put a puff of smoke out by the power station, everybody got a free car wash.
Yeah.
Honestly, this was in America, and nobody argued. No. So my question, my car gets pretty dust and crap from wherever it comes from, okay? And I wash it one day, and it's full of whatever in the atmosphere. I can't say it's come from Saxon, but it's in the atmosphere. Yeah. Why not people send a car wash bill into the owners of the place?
Yeah, it could be. Well, the time has come, Roy, when we got to say...
That's gone very quick.
I've got to say thanks very much for coming in.
We only got 2 records in.
Yeah, well, maybe if you'll come back. Would you come back later on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. Listen, Matt, I've enjoyed it.
And don't forget to tell the others that haven't got the guts to put their names forward.
That's up to them, Matt.
No.
Okay?
Yeah,
but no, thank you for the opportunity.
No, it's been
As
good.
you know, I can rattle on for a long while. But I tried to substantiate it, Matt.
Yeah, and I really do appreciate it. So much so, I'm going to give you this. All right? And I'm going to say thanks very much. And we look forward to getting the next one in, which is Councillor Chris Bowden, I do believe.